everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. If it's your first time here, thank you for joining me in my little corner of the internet. Today I have a much requested video all about my vintage earrings, and I don't think there's really much to explain about my vintage earring collection, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started and just play the reel that I have together for you right now. And at the end I'll share some tips and tricks on how to find some of these vintage earrings yourself at your nearest thrift store. And let's get going. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's a little something different for my channel. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge vintage lover, and most of my things are vintage. Let's just go over like where most of these things are from. I started shopping for vintage jewelry on eBay, but after a few purchases I realized that it was like really hit or miss because it's really deceptive online. People can really make like earrings look different and like jewelry look better than it actually is on eBay, and sometimes I would end up paying like way more than I should have for things that just really didn't look that great in person, for just like a few things that would look great. Some of these these earrings and this silver earring is from eBay, but these are some of my favorites. I love this one because they're like silver and gold hoops, so I feel like it's like really versatile, and it has like that reptile kind of embossing into it, and I just think it's so unique and cool. And I love these star and hoopy earrings, whatever you want to call them, because I just think they're just so cool, and I have shoes with like stars on them that look really good with these, and they're just some of my favorites. So you can find really good ones on eBay, but it's really hit or miss, and I just don't shop on eBay for earrings anymore because I feel like I find a better deal at Salvation Army. And that's my next point. I get most of my jewelry from Salvation Army. Just off the top of my head. Yep, so some of my favorites are these dangle earrings with the black enamel. These are gold and they're clip-on earrings. These are some of my favorite earrings. I feel like they just look so good with so many things, and I got these from Salvation. And then also actually bijou earrings. They're like little door knockers. They're really adorable. They're really good quality, and they're also not clip-ons, which I kind of prefer, but it's kind of hard to find. So sometimes that's something you have to sacrifice when you get vintage earrings, just because there are just so many like clip-on earrings. But if I were to have a choice, I'd have them just be the pierced because they're way more comfortable than the clip-ons. And then I have these. I can't find the other pair right now because I have so much jewelry on my table. But these are vintage Dior earrings, and this is really cool because I didn't know it was Dior when I purchased them. They just come in like a plastic bag, so you can't open them when you purchase them. I opened them and they do have the Christian Dior's little engraved into the back there. I love these. I just think they just are so cool. Another recent fave are these turquoise earrings, which I've been looking for. Not turquoise, but I always say not turquoise. Tortoiseshell earrings, and I always wanted tortoiseshell earrings, but I never could find them. But I recently found these, and they're clip-on earrings, and these hurt like a bitch if I'm being honest. I can't wear them for very long, but they're just so adorable, so I love them. Yeah, I think those are just some of my recent faves I wanted to point out, and all of those I got from Salvation Army, so you don't have to shop on eBay if you don't want to. You can just go to a nearby Salvation Army. I know people are going to ask Goodwill or Salvation Army. Jewelry wise, I just find that it's way better at Salvation Army, especially if you find a really good like big Salvation Army that happens to have a lot of jewelry. I happen to have one near me that usually I find this is like one of the only Salvation Armies that carry jewelry, like really good jewelry. So I just go to that one. I go every Sunday because that's when they restock all of their inventory, and I have made friends with a lot of the employees there because I'm just there so often. But most of the time I go Sundays because I know that's when they restock all their jewelry, and that's when I can usually find like the coolest stuff. I recently, like this past weekend, found like so many more things to add to my collection because I just knew the restock was happening, so I just went on and picked some up. Besides that, I think being friendly with the Salvation Army, like employees, is a really good tip because I've made friends with a few of the Salvation Army employees, and they're just always just so sweet to me, and most of the time they give me like 50% to 25% discounts, and if you just ask them for a discount, most of the time they'll just give it to you. So that's another pro tip. I don't know if every Salvation Army restocks on Sunday, so you should definitely check your whichever Salvation Army is your favorite, and ask them when they restock, and be there in the mornings and just ask them for a discount, because most of these earrings, they're cheap, right? They're like $10 at most, but I mean, a half off discount makes them $5, and any way you can save money, you should. So yeah, I know those are very vague tips, but that's just what I've been doing to find all the jewelry that I have. I never thought in a million years I'd be able to find all this vintage jewelry, so that's why I started off on eBay, because I thought that's like the only way to like really find jewelry. But I don't know, like this is also my theory, that because I've been buying jewelry, that maybe their inventory staff are acknowledging that the jewelry is selling, so maybe they are requesting for more jewelry. I'm not sure, like that's just a theory I have. But all of us, like I swear this Salvation Army used to not carry as much jewelry, but all of a sudden recently they've just been like restocking every Sunday without like fail. So yeah, I know these tips aren't the greatest tips ever, but those are my tips, and that's what's been working for me. If you guys want to see more like vintage stuff, most of my clothing's vintage and most of my bags are vintage, so I'd be willing to do that too. But thank you guys so much for requesting my videos and liking my jewelry. I didn't really think it was anything anyone was really gonna, notice that much, but surprisingly I've gotten a lot of requests about earrings and where I get them from, and a couple of you guys actually requested to see my entire vintage jewelry collection, so I was happy to oblige. And yeah, that brings us to the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.